What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Bless Mobile. And you guys already know what this is. This is a brand new mobile MMO, so you can expect some auto pathing, some auto questing, some auto combat, some auto grinding that you've seen 1,022 times before, copy pasted throughout the genre with every type of IP, generic IP slapped on top of it. And here is Bless trying to capitalize on the same exact thing. Now, FG ain't new to the game, all right? I used to cover PC MMOs back in the day on this channel, so I am very familiar with the Bless name, where they took this game that had a lot of potential in the beginning. Like, it looked like it was gonna be that next game, but it kind of got trapped in development hell. I'm about to die, not on video! I got killed and clapped. They knew I was gonna be talking trash. They took me out. This is a game that got trapped in development hell. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan to make sure that doesn't happen. Got trapped in development hell, you know, changed development hands, and you know what happens, right? When you've been developing a game for way too long, with way too much money, and way too many, you know, chefs in the kitchen, it just doesn't turn out good. And that was the issue with Bless. It's already launched, when it comes to PC, it's already launched in multiple regions and is already shut down in multiple regions. They tried to bring that thing over into the global audience when it came to the PC version, trying to front like it was a brand new experience and they fixed everything. They didn't, right? So that was an absolute failure. And now I think they put the game on console. I don't know anything about the console because that was a little bit after my PC MMO time. I've been here representing with you guys with terrible mobile games. I can't keep track of all the terribleness, but I am pretty sure, and I got no facts to back this up, it's just as bad as it was on PC on console. But don't fact check me on it, just respect me on it. Now, all of that to say, the game has made its way on over to mobile as Bless Mobile. What do I think about this game? Now, you guys know every single time I cover one of these mobile MMOs, I always start off with the statement, if you don't like this genre, will this game change your mind? Now, that's actually not a statement, that's a question, but forget all about that. No, this is not a game that, if you already have written off this genre, this is definitely not gonna be a game that changes your mind at all. This game really reminds me of Black Desert Online Mobile when it first launched, like pre all of the great streamlining and quality of life. Now, that's not to say this game doesn't have any quality of life, it does, but this is, like I said, more reminiscent to when Black Desert Online Mobile first came out. So if you kind of like these games, you might as well just go play Black Desert. Or if you already played Black Desert and it wasn't convincing, neither will this game. The Bless IP does absolutely nothing. This could be generic game number 44, and I could put, instead of being called Bless Online, it can be called Super Booty Chasers 24, and it'd be the same exact thing. Like, the Bless license doesn't add anything whatsoever. In fact, I think it might even bring the game down a notch, but nobody asked FG. So, I'm not gonna talk about trying to change your mind when it comes to this genre. This is not gonna be the game to do so, but I will address, and you guys know, every now and then, FG gets attached to these games, and I stick around for a while. I do a little bit of sightseeing and looking around. So, let's talk about that. Is this game a good sightseeing game? Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, like, you know, if you got 2 or 3 monitors, you throw it in your second or third monitor and just kind of let it idle in the background, enjoy some dungeons, some really cool attacks, locations, stuff like that. Is it a game that's good enough to be a sightseeing tour? No, it's not. The environments are so boring. The attacks aren't very spectacular at all. Let me go over here to my skills so you can kind of get a better idea of what my character is doing. Just really generic stuff, right? Like, nothing here is just very extravagant at all. It's not very, well, there was some sightseeing right there, but I'm not gonna rewind it. So, you know, no, not at all. I think if you're looking for like a sightseeing tour, I think maybe the best game that does it better than any of them is V4. V4 is still terrible, don't get it twisted, but when it comes to like being a really good sightseeing tour where you see some incredible monsters, really cool attacks, cool locations, very awesome combat camera. This game right here has a couple of different camera angles, but they're pretty bad, right? You got fixed, and for whatever reason, the camera has a cooldown. Who put a cooldown on the camera? I don't know what's going on here, but there is a cooldown on the camera. Can't let them click too quick. Yeah, V4 is your sight. Hey, dude, there's an Akatsuki member right here. Red 88. I don't recognize that guy. Who did he get killed by? Ruka Sensei? Anyway, So what I'm trying to say is this: not a very good sightseeing game. Also, not a game that's going to revolutionize the market at all. So who's playing this game besides me and this bootleg Akatsuki member? I don't know. So let's kind of go through some of the other things you can do. You do have pets in this game. For whatever reason, I thought it was about to crash on me. For whatever reason, the game has only given me a bunch of little hamster Pierres. There you go. This is the only pets I've gotten so far. But you can kind of see there's some pets here that follow you around, provide, some passive stats. It's not anything you haven't ever seen before. Let's kind of go there. There's a nice little Doberman there. That turtle looks like he looks like he's in an Unreal Engine game. Like, he doesn't even look like he belongs in this game. What else we got here? Do they start looking cooler? Oh, there's a naked baby. A black cat there. Yeah, nothing here that's really gonna, in my opinion, get your attention. I will say maybe the pets are better than Black Desert pets, but definitely not better than V4 pets. So you do have the adventure dungeons. So if you get bored doing kind of the open world MMO stuff, there are some instance things that you can do as well. So there's a little daily dungeon that you can go inside. Doesn't matter where you are in the game, just click that button, wait for a nice little loading time. Not too bad. I'm currently playing the game on BlueStacks. Have had no issues whatsoever. There you go. Nice little change of scenery. You can do this once per day, but you can watch 2 ads and do it 3 times. So 1 for free, 2 for ad watching. So you might as well just make that required. You know what I mean? When it comes to games like this, trying to stay in the power curve is so... Oh, dude, what am I playing? I'm playing God of War. Trying to stay in that power curve is super important. So if you're not watching the ads and doing the extra runs, you're falling behind. So down he goes. Nice little spin to win. Calm down, Reptile Garen. There you go. So that was the easy clap there. Get yourself some nice little rewards. Get out of there. Nice little loading splash screen. You love that. That's an owlbear right there. That's an owlbear. It looks pretty good. That's actually a pretty good rendition of owlbears. Owlbears are like one of my favorite D&D creatures. I thought you said they were mimics. I like mimics too, but I also like owlbears. All right, I can like more than one thing. You do have a challenge tower, very straightforward. You guys have seen stuff like this before. Like I said, the game does have some quality of life. So what you can do is just throw this bad boy on, and basically what this feature does is automatically move you to the very next floor after completion. So if you've been playing all day, kind of grinding, you built up a bunch of power, you're not gonna have to sit at your phone or your computer all day while you try to catch your power up to this tower. You can basically turn this bad boy on, click next floor, next floor, next floor automatically, go get yourself a sandwich and come back a little bit later. So you can see that auto challenge right here will just take me up to the highest floor I can possibly go to until I inevitably kick the bucket. So once again, not bad critters here. I do like some of the enemies here, but once again, the game still just looks very just generic. Right, some things stand out, but for the most part, I would say overall, just not what I would call a good sightseeing game for me personally. So that is the challenge tower. There's the owlbear once again, this guy getting blown away. So that's challenge tower. You have the misery dungeon, which I did not unlock. The abyss dungeon, basically all this is like a little grind station. You can get in here and just kind of grind enemies for an hour. This is what you're gonna do like when you've hit a point in the game where you're not strong enough to do the next story segment. Come in here, grind it out, throw a little EXP booster on, and come back a little bit later. You can see the entry hours, hot time, all that good stuff there. Party dungeon is gonna require level 40, which, you know, I do like that the fact that these games do have parties as well. You don't want to play the game by yourself the entire time, so there is some group content there, and then of course some good old-fashioned arena. Very straightforward. We're not even going to jump into that. There is guild functionality. You know, you have all of these things that all of these mobile MMOs have, right? As you fight enemies, you're going to get cards. You can use those cards to level up these enemies in order to get passive stats on your account, as well as rewards. You have your adventure, which kind of reminds me of like a Ubisoft game, to be honest. The adventure thing is just a bunch of random to-do lists all around the world, right? So let me show you how this kind of works here. So like I said, it reminds me a lot of like a Ubisoft game where there is like 55 billion different little icons on the map that you have to travel to, click on something, search on something, kill something, and you get rewarded. I'm not really a big fan of it. But I'll kind of show you what it looks like. We're almost there, about 150 meters away, but you do get a little bit of sightseeing as well. Like I said, Black Desert it just looks like a better game all the way around. A lot of these things are a little reminiscent of Black Desert, but I would say that the graphic quality overall is definitely lower. And of course the whole style, you know. So here we are. Here is the location. Very, very nice. Click on a little magnifying glass, do some investigation, a bunch of random quest text that I don't really care too much about, and there you go. That was my reward. So a lot of Ubisoft style to-do list busy work, if that's something you're into. Crafting, of course, daily quests, ranking party friends, field boss when they spawn. Here's a preview of some of the bosses here. And that's pretty much the game. Nice looking Chimera though. Very, very cool. But yeah, that is Bless Online. I do not think that most people will be playing this game for very long. There's just so many better options out there in my opinion. And the Bless name doesn't really garner a lot of confidence. That's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't garner a lot of confidence. This game is also published by Joy City. Look up the games that Joy City is responsible for. Zero confidence. So you add Blessed, you add Joy City, you lose FG. So that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, my name is FG3000. I thank you a ton for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Dude, that week or two off, it just reinvigorated me. I feel like I got so much energy. See you next time.